Hello there, welcome back. This is Truly Bedrock and I am at my base. And last time we got these villagers all set up with their trades and so on. And I promised that I was going to reveal my plans for what I'm actually going to make this base look like. So let me wander off downstairs a bit. Wander down here. And talking of stairs, if I just go out here, we've actually made some. So this was a sheer drop before. And we've made this rather nice looking staircase on the front of our build there. So what's all this going to be then? Well, let me get building and see if you can guess. Well, that took a very long time indeed, but it was worth it. I'm happy with the shape of it. You can see over my head there inside there's still some scaffolding and some unstripped birch, so I've still got a lot of work to do on the interior. Don't worry about that, we'll get to it. And the exterior isn't going to stay as plain as it is, it needs a lot of decoration, but overall I'm happy with the shape and that's what I was going for. And I wonder if you guessed what it is yet. When I was a kid, there was a cartoon on TV called The Mysterious Cities of Gold, and it was all about trying to find lost cities of gold. You know, kind of Aztec, Inca, Mayan, basically South American temple type city type things. You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's the kind of look I'm going for. Big kind of pointy pyramid thing. We'll do lots of gardening and stuff out here to make it look pretty good as well. So as I said, I'm happy with the shape of it, but it needs a lot more decoration. And actually, although it covers up the iron farm, which I kind of wanted it to do, it actually covers up a little bit too much because it's covering up the desert temple that's underneath there too. And there's not really a lot of point in basing myself in a desert temple if I'm going to hide it away. So I actually want to open it up a little bit more just so that we can see the desert temple inside a bit while still hiding the iron farm. So I think that's my next job. Well, there we are then. I've broken 4 of these windows into the build. So as I walk past this, you can see the shape of the desert temple within there. And I think that's going to work out okay. There's still a lot of tidying up that needs to be done, both, well, outside here, but also inside. You can see there's a bit of mess kind of going on inside the build. But also, I really want to texture this thing. It's all very plain, ordinary birch at the moment. And it needs a bit of decoration, but I think also we need a bit of variety of texture. So, one fairly busy live stream later, and yeah, we've got a textured building. We were originally going to mix in a lot of the sandstone with the birch, but actually the sandstone is really, really bright against that birch, and it just looked a bit odd trying to mix it in everywhere. So it's just birch and birch, but that's okay. At least it's got a little bit of texture now, and we can add a little bit more decoration onto it and make it look exactly how we want. But right now I'm pretty happy with it. Something else I'm happy with is that this barrel here behind me, let's turn around and have a look at it, is full of gunpowder. Look at all of that. And I got that from a visit from the wonderful Slack Lizard. He came to me and swapped a whole inventory of gunpowder for essentially all the string that I had in this chest, which was only about 8 stacks or so. What I'm slightly less happy about is that I completely failed to record the whole of that little collab. So you're going to have to watch it on Slack's channel. I will find a clip of it and post that down in the comments below. And yeah, go and watch Slack's video and find out exactly why he gave me all that gunpowder for just a few bits of string. But Slack wasn't the only visitor I had while I was building the building, because over here in the corner, we've got a doggo. There he is, right on the bed. This isn't the same dog that we've got back at Tetris Town. This is the one that we kind of tamed and then abandoned, sorry doggo, on our way back from the dragon fight. So he's finally made it. Somebody must have loaded that chunk and he's made his way back to me. So this is our second doggo. And of course, he needs a name. And I happen to have a couple of name tags now. So this one is going to be Reggie. And we also need to give Birchie his proper name because he doesn't have a name tag yet back at Tetris Town. There we are. So let's not mix these up. This one is Reggie. And I'll go and name Birchie. Just before I do that though, I want to say a thank you to user QB3CF2QT1J. What a great name. Anyway, they suggested that we swap out our campfires here in the iron farm for soul campfires because that will kill the golems quicker. And that's a great idea, and I'm going to do that right now. Oh, Smurf, what have you done? I'm also going to get rid of these mangrove roots because basically the cats keep escaping through them. So I'm going to change these out for more solid blocks and make sure they can't ever get out of these corners anymore. Let's pop in some sandstone along there, and in all these corners. And of course these ones need to be stairs so that we can open the chest. I'm also going to fill in these bits along the bottom here. And I think that is looking a lot better and should be a bit more cat proof. There you are, Birchie. Have a name. One more thing to talk about before we get back to sorting this building out. And that is the gear in my hotbar right here. So I've been busy dealing with the villagers up there, getting the enchants, leveling up, getting the books I need, leveling them up as well. And let me show you where I've got to. So my sword, first of all, we've got Smite 5, looting 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending 1. So Smite is the raw trade from the villagers themselves. You only get Smite 3, so I've had to combine 4 swords to get to Smite 5. And then the rest I've got through the librarians. I'll come back to my bow in a minute. The Diamond Axe. We've got Sharpness 5 on there, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Mending. Most of that is from the Librarian enchants. 2 pickaxes. So this is my fortune one. Again, efficiency 5, mending, unbreaking. And the silk touch one, same thing, but just with silk touch instead of fortune 3. I've even enchanted my hoe. I've got silk touch on there. I haven't put efficiency on there because I don't think I really need it for a hoe. I've been mainly using it for breaking leaves, and they don't need to be particularly fast. But something that does want to be fast is my shovel, so that's got efficiency 5 on it, as well as silk touch. I can't say it anymore. Unbreaking and mending. Right, my bow then. It's not the best bow. It's not a god bow by any stretch, but it's decent-ish. It kills most mobs with one shot, so that's pretty much what I want. Infinity, of course, punch 1, which I don't really mind about. Power 4, which obviously could be power 5 to make it better, but it's a decent bow to keep me going for now, and we'll try and upgrade it or get a better one in due course. And now that I've got decent tools, I can use them to start to sort out the interior of this building. Oh, I forgot there's a water source up there. Whoops. Now, as far as the outside of the building is concerned, I was going to decorate it with some sort of bamboo highlights. So I've got some trapdoors in my inventory, and I was going to do, I don't know, something like that. I don't know really what I had in mind. But if I stand back, having put some of those on, I'm not really sure that's going to work for us. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what kind of pattern to put them in to make it really work. So I think I need to think about that a little bit more before we actually do anything with it. I'm kind of happy with the way it looks without that on anyway. I do think it needs something more. I might put some towers on the top in the corners. That was one idea I had. But I don't know if it actually needs to be, have any more decoration than it's already got. If you look at the temples that I'm kind of being inspired by, they are fairly plain on the outside, apart from just the shape of them. So I'm just going to take these off for now, and we'll give ourselves some more thinking time for those. But if you've got any ideas on how to decorate this building, and just an opinion on whether you think it needs anything more than it's already got, then do let me know down in the comments, because I'll be really interested in just making this as good as it can be. While I'm out here, you'll notice I've cleared away the temporary carrot farm and tree farm that I had out here, and I'm going to get rid of this sugar farm as well, and we're going to get on with terraforming a bit of this now, I think. Okay, now we've got a fairly flat area down there, and hopefully it doesn't look too unnatural. But down at the bottom of the stairs here, my digging is not done yet. I want to dig a little bit more. So I'm just going to go 5 blocks there, I think. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I think that's going to be enough space. And I'm just going to dig a trench all along here, just up to where it meets this sandstone over there. And that's going to be 5 wide, so it's in line with our staircase over there. And I do want this to actually be at least 2 blocks deep. I have to decide how deep I want it to go. Murph is having a lot of fun there with all the deaths. I think he's on 103 deaths or something now. Yes, I am going to make this middle bit another block deeper. Yep, that's looking good. I do wonder if I've made it a little bit too close to the bottom of the stairs. I don't know though. I'm just laughing at Smurf dying in the chat. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that. But it's not going to stay sand. We are going to line that with some other blocks. And when I say other blocks, I mean I want the brand new blocks that are in this release. And that means I need to get myself some tuff. Bit there. That might be enough. That's all I got here. Yeah, I want to use some of these fancy chiseled and chiseled tuff and chiseled tuff bricks. Yeah, I want a chiseled tuff to start with. And before I start placing these, I think I want to go a block deeper again. There we go, and now I'm going to place these, and these are going to be my floor. I'm going to need to go and get some more of those. And I'm going to use the same blocks to line the walls. So I'm just going to remove the sand and sandstone and replace that with chiseled tuff as well. Then this top layer is going to be stairs. Right, this is coming along really nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up with water. And I've got to decide whether I want to waterlog the stairs and have it all the way up to the top level, or maybe just go down to the chiseled tuff there. And then I need to decorate the area around it as well. We're going to have a lovely water pool with some paths that go along either side, a bit of foliage, hopefully maybe some custom trees, and another structure at the other end of it. I'm going to put a bucket of water down there in the corner and another one blocked and a bit away from it, so there's a block in between. And the rule with Minecraft, I'm sure most of you know this, but just in case you don't, if you've got a water source there and a water source there, then this block in between becomes a water source as well. So I can take water out of that and it will always replenish. It's infinite. And that means I can fill up the rest of the pool in the same way. There we are, that's the bottom layer done. Now we just do the same on the top. And yes, I think I am going to bring the water all along to the top. That means waterlogging these stairs. Great, that's looking good. That's a really good start. I'm going to finish off the edges and I'll see you in a minute. Well, I've run out of tuff already, so I guess I better go down underground and see if I can find some. Now, where were we? Well, it's a little while later now, and I've been playing with some custom trees made out of these cactuses or cacti I should say, and mangrove leaves, mangrove stems, and I don't know what you think. I quite like them. I'm trying to aim at a kind of palm tree type thing, but obviously we're limited with the big blocks we've got in Minecraft. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good resemblance. So with that all done, I think it's time we work on the structure at the end of the water over there now, and I don't think we've had enough time lapses in this episode, have we? Here comes the music. Okay, I think that will do then. Let me go and show you what we've got. It's very simple little structure. As you can see, we've got the same block palette as we've got over there. So we've got the birch, the mangrove, and obviously the sandstone. I can pop in here. I've got a crouch to get through, and that should stop most mobs from getting in and out. Obviously, baby zombies and things will be able to get in, but that won't be too much of a problem. It's all lit up around out here anyway. But what's this for? What's the point? Well, this, especially these 3 bits there, that's where my nether portal is going to go. And the reason I want my nether portal out here and not inside my building is purely so that if and when people come to visit my base through the portal, they get to walk along here and to actually see the thing instead of arriving inside and not actually being ever able to see the outside of it. So that's the idea. They'll come in and out through the nether portal over there. I might end up making a second portal inside if it gets too annoying for me to keep coming in and out through this way. But we'll see how that goes later in the series. For now, I need to actually put a portal in there, don't I? Now, getting the obsidian I need to put the portal in won't be much of a problem because off camera, in between episodes, I've been doing a fair bit of mining. So let me wander down here. I don't think I've shown you this in an episode before. Oh, maybe I did very briefly because I died a couple of times down there, didn't I? And one of those deaths was in the last episode. Let's prove that I don't die every time I drop down here. Excellent. So yeah, we've been mining down here at -54 on the Y, and there's plenty of lava around here. Of course there is. So all I need to do is chuck some water on top of there and mine some of it out. And I've got all the obsidian I'll need. But in not very much time at all, I've got myself a stack and a half of obsidian. So let's go and put our portal frame in. Here we go. Obviously I want it to be centered with that. So it's going to be 3 wide along there. These in. However, I'm not going to light it yet. I want to link it up to the nether hub that the wonderful Genfire is currently building. So I'm going to go and build my portal at the equivalent coordinates in the nether to make sure it's in the right place, and then come and link it up to this one and do it that way around. It's going to be a lot safer to do that than just to go through into the nether and, well, not know where I'm going to end up. So let's go and do that. Now, the easiest way for me to get into the nether and to the nether hub from here is not to go back to spawn and into the main hub, but just to hop over to our friendly little village, because of course we've got the stronghold down there, and I believe that is already linked up to the nether hub. So there's the end portal, there's the nether portal, let's go. So that's the portal we've just come through, and that's the way off to the actual spawn and Tetris town and all of that. And where I want my portals to be is going to be over that way somewhere. Okay, so here's my portal frame in the nether, and over here that just goes over to where the end is, where we were just now, that bit of lava lake. And so my tunnel comes along here to what is going to be the main tunnel, goes off that way and back over there to the actual nether hub. All of these tunnels will of course be a bit wider later on, but now I think we're ready to light this thing and go through it. Now, I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up. I presume it's going to be in the caves underneath my base. I have explored most of them, so hopefully it'll be somewhere that looks fairly familiar and I'll be able to find my way out. Oh, okay, I know exactly where I am. This is the cave spider spawner, or one of the 2 that I've found. And yeah, I can just follow my trail of torches and make my way out. Okay, so now it should just be a case of lighting this portal and going through it, and we should arrive at the one we just built in the nether. Yep, thank goodness for that. We've arrived where I wanted to be. Good, and same thing applies if I go through here. Yep, we now come out in here. That's great. Well, that's everything I set out to do in this episode. We've got our building in place, or at least our main structure. Still think we need to decorate it a bit more. Let me know your ideas for that in the comments. But we are also linked up to the nether hub, and we can start helping out with the build of that as well. And we've started decorating the outside of my base here too. So that's all good. That's everything I wanted to do. And next time, well, who knows? I'll see you then. Bye.